Hello, zombie hunters. Geo here. Today's video is going to be about being president for your nation. So I was lucky enough to be president this time for our nation. So I wanted to go over a few of the things that you're expected to do as president and how to do them. So if you look at my screen now, I have a nice little president guy over here on the right hand side. So I'm going to click on him, and it's going to show you some different things that you can do. So as president, I get to pick a cabinet. So I'm going to click on the top left one right here. Each one of these gives you a different thing. So for Marshall, they get a 6% recruitment time reduction, a 6% attack boost, and a 6% army size. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Finance chief gets a 15% boost to resource output and a 10% boost to gather speed. General gets a 15% fleet speed boost and an army size boost of 5%. The next one is construction chief. They get a building speed bonus of 10%. Next one is logistics chief. They get a fleet speed bonus of 10% and a monster attack speed of 20%. The next one here is armaments chief. They get an attack boost of 5% and a defense boost of 5%. The next one, we have chief of staff, which gets a resource output boost of 10% and a recruitment time reduction of 5%. And then the last one is the scientist, who gets a technology research bonus of 10%. Now, all of these you can change every 4 hours. You could pick somebody and leave them for the whole time. You can pick people that are in your alliance. You can pick people who are not in your alliance. So anybody on your nation can be any of those things. Now, there are also another function, which are negatives you can give somebody. So those are slaves. So like if you go to rebel, if I appoint somebody to that, their attack is reduced by 8% and their hit points are reduced by 8%. If I go minion, the defense is down by 6% and your fleet speed is down by 10%. Vagabond, attack down by 5%, resource output down by 10%. Prisoner, recruitment speeds down by 6%, gather speeds down by 6%. Hired hand, gather speed is down by 6%. Comedian, resource output down by 10%. Minion, research speed down by 10%. Vagrant, fleet speed down by 10%. So those are all the things I can hand out as being president. Now, for being president, I get a boost. So if I go down to my info, see how I've got something that says president right there. So if I click on that, I as president get an attack boost of 12%, a defense boost by 12%, and my army size by 12%. So it's actually a pretty good buff. So it's nice, that that they picked me. The people in my alliance, when we took the Capitol, picked me to be president. So I'm going to go back into my president thing here, show you some other things. So one of the other things you can do is you can change the nation's name. So instead of it saying Nation 523, it could say Geo's Nation if I wanted to. The presidential portrait can either be a male or a female. I can also change the flag of our nation and make it whatever we want it to be there too. Now, one of the other things we can do is we can pick the preferred resource. So you can see the 4 resources right there. I personally picked minerals because minerals is one of those things I'm always needing. So whichever one that you pick, more of the standard mines for those will show up. So you'll either have more mineral mines or steel mines or oil or grain mines, which is kind of nice so you don't run out of them as fast. The next at the top are gifts. So unfortunately, I got all happy and I gave out all the gifts already before I made this video, so I'll just kind of go through it. So if you look at the Commander Pack, I can give out 5 of those, and the 5 people I give those to, each one gets everything in that. Okay, you have Honor Pack, I can give out 10 of those. Again, everybody gets all of that. And then a Victory Pack, everybody gets all of that, and I can do 20 of those. Now, most of the time, I would say give those to people in your own alliance because they're the people who are your right-hand mans or womans that help you out the most. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and I'm going to go to the appoint, which I can change every 4 hours. Now, if you look at general, there's a little circle at the top right of general right there. If I click on that and you go into application info, it will show you who is wanting to be the next person who gets that. So this particular person says, hey, if you change it, I want to be general next. And when I make them general, they'll get a fleet speed bonus of 15% and an army size bonus of 5%. So again, you can change them every 4 hours. Now, the thing you want to be careful of, if I pick someone accidentally to be the same one twice, it will, the second one that I pick will delete them out of the first one, and I have 4 hours before I can pick somebody else. So the person I have in Marshall, if I pick them again as scientist, Marshall will be blank and no one can get that for another 4 hours. Personally, I have been spreading it out amongst multiple people in my alliance. I have had people from other alliances say, hey, can I have a boost for a little while? I did do that a few times. Again, you go in, you click on it. I can hit revoke for right now. I'm not going to do it right this second, but if you look, I got an hour and 36 minutes left before I could pick somebody new. But if I go in there, let me see if there's anybody I haven't. Yeah, I will revoke the financial chief. And then I'm going to go back and appoint somebody. Now, at the top, it's got a search bar where I can search for anybody on my server in my nation. So I can give it to anybody. Or all the ones here that you see are people that are in my alliance. So I can just appoint one of those. And right now, I'm going to appoint Miss Royal Wolf. So I'm going to appoint her. She goes into financial chief now. Now, if you look at financial chief, it's another 4 hours before I can change that again. At the top, you'll also see it says that I appointed Miss Royal Wolf as financial chief by me, the president. So that's a few of the things that you can do while you're president. Again, just be careful when you're putting in your cabinet, because if you pick the same person twice accidentally, the first place you put them, they get kicked out of. So be careful on that. One other thing that I can't show you is with gifts. As you give people gifts, it will actually tell you if you've given them a gift already. So it's not as much chance of doing two people, doing the same person getting 2 separate gifts at the same time. So that's a little bit about being president. I'd like to thank MIW for making me president this time around. And hope you guys learned a little bit from this video. You guys have a great day.